Hello, everybody, and welcome. We got a heck of a show for you today. I'm Michael McLeod, alongside my longtime broadcast partner, Brian Nelson. And this is the Solano...
Wait. Why do you get to do it all the time?
What do you mean?
Well, we've been doing this show for like 2 years now, and you do it every single time. You go,
Right.
This is Solano.
Yeah, because it's my phrase. It's what I do.
Yeah, but you don't have a copy written. I can do it too,
You don't know if I have it. Fine, if you want to do it...
Show me the patent.
Fine, if you want to do it, show them how it's done. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is a Solano College Sports... Dang it. I was going to say network.
Yeah, that's why I do it. This is the Solano Sports Update.
Well, folks, we have an exciting show for you today, all about the sports we covered during this spring semester. 3 out of the 4 programs that we covered made the playoffs, so a lot of excellent results all across the board. We have updates on both baseball and softball, as well as men's and women's basketball. But first, we'll throw it over to Stosh Samoida and Tyler Stover over for baseball.
Thanks, guys. Stosh Samoida here with Tyler Stover, part of the Solano College Sports Network. We're here today to talk about the co-BVC champions, the Solano Baseball team, and what a year it was.
The Solano finished 24-14 overall, 19-5 Bay Valley Conference play, earning them the number 7 seed in regional playoffs.
That number 7 seed allowed Solano to host Ohlone College in round 1 of the playoffs, and in game 1 they jumped out to a 1-0 lead, got into the 6th inning, gave up 5 runs, going down 5-1. They took it to the 9th inning where Solano rallied, got 2 runs in, bases loaded, down 5-3 with 2 outs, and they just could not come up with the big hit to win the game. They lost that game 5-3.
Game 2, much like Game 1, Solano taking a 1-0 lead into the 6th inning, but things started to fall apart for the Falcons, and they would go ahead and lose to Ohlone College 3-2 and drop the series.
Even though they dropped the series, it was a great comeback season for Solano, not making the playoffs the year before to becoming the Bay Valley Conference champions, and actually had a couple selections on the first team All-BVC team, starting with Nathan Genest, Adam Coates, Alvaro Rubicaba, and Joey Dotson. And earlier today, Tyler Stover got a chance to meet up with Nathan Genest.
Hello, I'm Tyler Stover with Solano College Sports Network. I'm here with first team All-BVC pitcher Nate Genest. Nate, how you doing?
Pretty good.
So you guys ended the season on a tough one with the series loss to Ohlone in the first round. You guys hosted. You guys are BVC co-champs at 19-5. Obviously, a little shaky during the year and shaky in the playoffs, but you really anchored the rotation. How do you feel that you guys did leading up to playoffs and during the regular season?
That playoff run was a little disappointing. We were really excited with our team because our pitching staff was so great throughout the whole year. We really thought we had a good chance in playoffs to make a deep run, but fortunately it didn't work out. But overall, we're pretty happy. We won after last year. We were second to last place in the conference, and then coming back to make conference championship is a big step forward, and we're really proud of ourselves this year.
Now, obviously you guys struggled last year, and this year definitely a rebuilding year, and you guys exceeded maybe other people's expectations. Obviously you guys expected to win the conference, but obviously you're leaving the program. What direction do you see the program going? Do you feel like it's going in a positive direction?
Yeah, definitely. The group last year wasn't as driven as it was this year, and I think the sophomore leadership really stepped up and set a good example for the freshmen to turn into sophomore leaders again and keep that cycle going.
Now, you guys dominated pitching-wise. Obviously, like we said, you had some struggles early on, and then you guys really found your groove. Chris Ross finding a home in the bullpen, Peyton Tyler. How important do you think that those guys played this year in the back end of the bullpen?
Yeah, that was it was really big. It was disappointing to see Chris because he had such a great fall out of the starting rotation, but he struggled, and then he found himself in the bullpen, which is where he excelled last year. So that was it was a surprise to see him struggle, but it was very pleasing to see him succeed in the bullpen at the end. And then Peyton Tyler, same thing, didn't have a great year last year like a lot of our guys, but he really found himself in the pen this year and did really well and helped us win a lot of games.
Now that you're leaving, you're going on to, I guess what you call bigger and better things at the 4-year level. Obviously, we know that you can do it. What do you have to leave for incoming freshmen and freshmen going to be sophomores, kind of pave the way for them for what they have to come?
Those upcoming sophomores really got to step it up with leadership. It's important to set a good example in the practice. You got to practice hard every day. It's important to not take days off on the practices and set a good example for freshmen. And for incoming freshmen, you got to be ready to learn, ready to do trial by fire. I mean, Coach Shovers, he'll get on you. He'll push your buttons, but it's only to make you better.
Now, I've seen during some of the practices you like to coach guys up. I know you like to kind of tweak with some guys' mechanics if they have questions. Is coaching a possibility for you in the future? Have you thought that far ahead?
Man, I love baseball, so it's going to be hard to walk away from the game eventually when I have to. But, yeah, I'd love to maybe get into coaching once I find a career and kind of get into a groove. So we'll see.
Now, obviously you have a few more years left to play. You gray-shirted a few years ago. Now you're back in the swing of things. What are your expectations for yourself moving forward, no matter where you decide to go?
Man, big expectations for myself. I don't like to. I really hold myself to a high standard. So wherever I go, I plan on pitching really well, getting a lot of innings, and helping whatever team I play for compete for a championship and pitch some good innings.
Well, Nate, I know on behalf of Solano College Sports Network, it's been an honor watching you and being able to interview you. Always a great interview. We really appreciate it, and good luck down the road. Thank you. I'm Tyler Silver, Solano College Sports Network. We'll see you soon.
It's always nice catching up with Nathan Jeunesse. Tyler, great interview there to recap the season. Doing a great job this year with the Solano College Sports Network. Now let's dive into the all-second team BVC, starting with Garland Webster, Josh Lenny, and Darian Evans. A couple honorable mentions as Peyton Tyler, Dylan Dumape, and Ian Acosta. Great years for all of those young men.
Yeah, this team was anchored by Nate Jeunesse in the front end, going 5-3 with a 2.63 ERA, which was 5th best in the conference. Adam Coach tied for 3rd with 5 saves in the conference, and going 4-2 with a 1.10 ERA. Alvaro Rubalcaba leading the conference with a 4.05 batting average and tied for 1st in stolen bases with 26, also earned the Gold Glove Award for the conference. Joey Dotson hitting .291 with 20 RBIs, 23 stolen bases, which is good for tied for 3rd in the conference. Garland Webster finishing his freshman campaign with a .350 average, 1 home run, 26 RBIs, and Josh Lenny with a .380 average, 1 home run, and 33 RBIs.
Yeah, a lot of good things to take away. Moving into next year, as we were saying, Garland Webster, Josh Lenny, only freshman, Joey Dotson, only a freshman. What can Solano take into next season? What should we expect?
I think that they should piggyback on the success that the freshmen had. Joey Dotson, obviously first team all-conference. Garland Webster and Josh Lenny, second team. I think that they're going to really have to step up and be leaders and kind of guide the freshmen who are coming into the program and letting them know how things work and how Solano College baseball is supposed to be played.
And I know next year you'll be a part of the Solano baseball team. Should we expect not a co-BVC champ, but a BVC champions next year?
Yeah, definitely. BVC champs and Final Four is definitely what we're trying to shoot for, and that's what we're going to get, and we're going to work hard until we can accomplish our goal.
All right, it's going to be a great season next year, and this was a great season as well for Tyler Stover, Stosh, and Moynihan. Now we're going to send it back to Brian and Mike.
Thanks, Stosh. It was a great season for baseball. I'm sorry it had to end that way. But before the season even began, we had men's and women's basketball. Tell me about the success of the women's team this year.
Well, the women's team, once again, had a share of the Bay Valley Conference title under Coach Matt Borchard. They finished the season at 19-10 with a 12-4 record in conference play. Now, they started the season pretty well. They started at 11-5, and then adversity struck. There was an incident that occurred that resulted in the expulsion of 5 of the basketball players. So that left Coach Borchard and his coaching staff to do some last-minute scrambling and adjustments to the rotation. And so 2 out of their next 3 games ended up in Solano losses because members of the bench that hadn't really had much playing time were thrust into roles that they weren't used to. But after that adjustment period, they rattled off 6 straight wins that put them in a battle for first place on top of the Bay Valley Conference. They ended up losing 2 out of the next 3 games to end the regular season and ended up with a tie with Laney. That resulted in a 13 seed in the playoffs where they faced the number 4 San Joaquin Delta Mustangs, and they ended up losing that game 74-47.
And you mentioned that adversity, that incident that happened. And honestly, the biggest thing that resulted from it is that they lost a lot of their depth. And so they lost 5 players, but 3 of them had a key role in that rotation. So you lose those players, and really you have to call on the big 3 of Lawson and Daya and Jones to really carry the load. And we did see improvements from Janessa Bowling, and she is a freshman. She comes back. Along with Brooke Gibbons, Alexis Hines, Miranda Holman, and Kelly Williams, who was involved in that incident, but was more of an innocent bystander that just was trying to get a ride home. And so she's allowed back next year. But for the most part, you lose those big 3, and they just ran out of gas at the end of the year. And you see that in the loss to Laney, 45-37. We think it's a big deal if they only put up 37 and a half, and they put up 37 in an entire game. So I think they just really were worn down by the end of the year, and it's not going to get any better. The 5 that I mentioned earlier that are coming back, they only average 24.9 points per game combined. The big 3 that you're losing, 34 points. So you're losing more than half of your production in 3 players. So Matt Borcher is definitely going to have to recruit a great class next year if he wants to have a success again.
And I think that's something that Coach Borcher does pretty well. You look at this season, they had 15 people on their roster to start out. Not many programs can handle a loss of 5 members of their roster. We see teams all the time in the community college circuit that come with 8 people or 9 people in their rotation. If that happened to those programs would be done. Solano was able to at least pick up the pieces and make some semblance out of this season and made the playoffs. So that's a definite credit to Coach Borchert. And he's had to replace some great players in the past. 2 years ago, they had to replace Taylor Hamilton, Denisha Lundy, Ariel Clay. He was able to do that. And we can look forward to Coach Borchert's next recruiting class and see some great things from the women's basketball team. Now, Mike, what do you think about the men's season? How did that turn out?
Well, it was another lost season for the men's team. 6-19 overall, 4-12 in conference play, and for the most part, it was the Donovan Smith show. 17.8 points, far and away the team leader in points. You also had Corey Cox, Kyle Osterstock. Those are the 3 sophomores on the team that Solano is losing, but the men are in almost the opposite position of the women, where they only had 3 sophomores on the team. So you have a lot of freshmen that are going to come back 25 games stronger. And you have JT Robinson, who was the 3rd leading scorer on the team. You got LeJean Sewell, Joshawn Snell, Timothy Moore, who keeps telling me every day that I see him how great he's going to be next year, Jesse Carey, and Andre Usher. I think that's a pretty formidable starting 5/6-man rotation. Then you can have freshmen come in and be role players, which I think is a better system to have in place than having to call on them to fill in starting roles and be a bigger piece of the puzzle as their freshman year.
Yeah, like you said, those sophomores really did a lot for this Solano basketball team. Donovan Smith, we covered games where he would have 30 points, 10 rebounds, and that's something that they have to replace. Donovan Smith had a lot of their rebounds at the point guard position, so the rebounding aspect of the game is something that Coach Nagel and the Solano program really need to improve on. And we'll look forward to see what the men's team has to improve on, as well as the women's. We'll have all those games right here on the Solano College Sports Network. Well, now we'll throw it over to Star Samoida and Chelsea Williams over for a softball report.
Thanks, you guys. Chelsea Williams alongside Star Samoida giving you guys the information about the wonderful team that is Solano softball. Their overall record within the season was 30-9, and in the conference was a perfect 17-0. They had their 10th straight BVC championship title win this year.
Yeah, not only that, Coach Pearson Bloom won her 400th game this year, so congratulations to her. And what a great overall season it was. Solano got the number 7 seed in Northern California Regionals, hosting West Valley, which they fell 2 games to none. Game 1, they lost 9-7, and in Game 2, they almost made a miraculous comeback, but they fell short 9-8, losing first round of playoffs, but that doesn't put a damper on the great season it was. Couple all-state selections, starting with Anjanae White, the freshman. She batted .565, which was good for second in the state of California, with 47 runs, 13 doubles, and 10 triples. Followed by Alicia Selden, who batted .450 on the year with 36 RBIs, a 2.63 ERA, and a couple of no-hitters, which you can check out on our past broadcasts here on our Solano College Sports Network YouTube page. Also, Elena Benapayo, the reigning Northern California Player of the Year, got all-state selection once again, batting a .464 with 19 stolen bases and 61 runs all in on the year. And Solano was tied for second most all-state selections, right behind Palomar with 4. For the all-NorCal team, Steph Sello, the freshman, was selected with a .444 average, 48 RBIs, and 44 hits. And that was a great season. And Chelsea, what was your favorite slogan coming from the Solano dugout?
Oh, you mean Ashley Dufresne's "It's clobbering time"? Beautiful.
And it's clobbering time is exactly was the way Solano hit most of this season. They had 400 runs on the year, which was second in the state. Were first in the state with triples, with 27, 350 RBIs, which was good for second in the state, a .412 team batting average, which was also second in the state, a .481 on base percentage, second in the state once again, and 134 extra base hits, which was fifth in the state, and a .592 slugging percentage, which was fourth in the state. And you can just tell this team was clobbering time.
Oh, of course. And I would like to commend all that thanks to me, because the women's softball team did elect me as their new recruit. And with that, I would like to kick it back to the guys in the main studio. Guys?
Thanks, Chelsea. Overall, it's been an exciting year here at Solano College, a year marked with both success and growth in every single program here at Solano College. So that's it for us here. And for the last time, I'm Mike McLeod, and this is Brian Nelson. We're going to throw it over to Greg Poff with his final thoughts.
Well, thank you, Mike and Brian. Great show today. And I'd like to take this time to thank you, all of our viewers, for checking us out here on the Solano College Sports Network. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast this past season. In fact, we were able to produce over 75 game broadcasts starting back in the 2014 fall semester, all the way through to the end of the 2015 spring semester. And if you'd like to check out any of those game broadcasts, you can still do so by going to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page at Solano College Sports Network. And as we come to the end of our show today, we have a couple final segments for you to check out. We've got a nice tribute set to all of our graduating sophomores who played sports here at the college. And also, we have our top 10 plays of the season and a blooper reel to close out today's show. And at this time, as we near graduation, I'd like to take a few moments just to thank our tremendous students and staff here at the Solano College Sports Network. This year, we are losing 3 of our key members who have made such a tremendous impact on our program the last 2 years. Mike McLeod, Chelsea Williams, and Stas Samoida will all be leaving us, moving on to greener pastures. We wish you all the success in the world. You've done such a great job here at the network. Your contributions will be sorely missed, but I'm sure we'll be seeing you on the big screen sometime in the future. And if you're interested in a career in sports broadcasting, come check us out here at Solano Community College, where we are one of the few colleges in the nation to have our own sports broadcasting network. You can check out a number of our classes by going to the Solano schedule of classes, look under Communication Studies, and you will see that we offer both sports broadcasting and TV sports production courses each and every semester. Come check us out here in the Solano TV studio on the main campus in room 121. We'd love to have you as a part of our crew here at Solano College, where at SCSN, it's more than just sports, it's an education.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marvell Bluford, and I'm a cameraman for Solano College Sports Network. And I just want to take the time to tell you a little bit about it and what it has to offer. First and foremost, it is a hands-on experience class. You just come in, and we have an excellent teacher in Greg Poff who shows you how to use cameras, shows you how to use different machines and whatnot so you can have a successful show. And, you know, if you're on the borderline of not deciding on what your major is and perhaps you might want some television time, I highly recommend this class.
Hi, Brian Nelson here, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my experience here at the Solano College Sports Network. Now, I signed up for this class completely on a whim. I saw a flyer in one of the halls at Solano and decided to take the class being an avid sports fan. And I tell you what, my expectations for this class have been far exceeded by the reality of what this network is. I've gotten to master the TriCaster video production system, which broadcasts all of the sports we do here at Solano, and I've gotten plenty of time behind the mic and in front of the camera, and it's really a good atmosphere here at Solano. This program really is on the rise.
Hi, I'm Del Faucett, and I really am a full-time student here at Solano Community College. This semester, I took the sports broadcasting class just to see what it was like. What was it like? Well, it was a lot of fun. I got to see all the home games in girls basketball, boys basketball, girls softball, and boys baseball. And while I was at it, I learned how to run a TV camera and a lot about what it takes to put on a televised broadcast of a sporting event. Therefore, if you are at all interested in sports or in some phase of broadcasting, I highly recommend that you take this class. Go Falcons!
and Audrey Jones had been 0 for 4 from three-point land in the second half. So for her to have the gumption to take that shot with the game on the line really just speaks to the confidence that she has as a shooter.
Right here alone was a horrible decision, leading up to the game-winning field goal.
And she ropes this one into center field. It's going back. And that baby is gone. Solo shot for Bella Falafini and puts Solano on the board. First pitch is ripped out into left field, and that's Kevich going back and makes a great grab on the run, and that will end the inning. One walk, one stranded. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Oh, this one's hitting the left field. It's going, and that ball is gone. Home run, Ian Acosta coming up big for the Falcons. Now the Falcons trail 4-3. This one's smoked out in the right center field. That ball's going to get down. Phipps is rounding third, and he gets home. Solano takes the lead 5-4 with a crucial 2-out double RBI from Ian Acosta.
Fires in motion to the right side. Cunningham gets it. Actually, they give it to Cassius Reynolds, who flips into the end zone. The flip 4-6 puts the Bulldogs on board first. At the replay, boom! Oh! The flip into the end zone. Hey, Cassius Reynolds, don't worry, buddy. I'm going to get you on Max Preps here on Monday and get an MP top play right there from my boy, Cassius Reynolds. Hit, though. This one, and this game's over, folks.
See ya!
That's going to be a walk-off hit for G-Money. Garland Webster as Bo Siegel touches home plate for the winning run. Woo! What a game.
Hit right to Alicia Selden, and that's the ball game, folks. Solano takes the game 3-1, and with that final out marks Coach Terry Pearson's Bloom 400th career victory as a coach, and congratulations to you, to Coach Bloom. Wow, what a game it was, Bella. And this one's ripped out into center field. Joey Dotson coming in. And, oh, what a grab by Joey Dotson.
Big time. Joey D.
Showing
off those wheels. Throw some D's on that.
Smith breaks down his defender, broke his ankles, and he makes the three-point shot. Antoine Johnson, I hope you got some ice packs on the bench because you're going to need some, son.
The beat set. This one ripped back behind the box. Rubalcaba. Boy, it doesn't surprise me anymore when he makes a play like that. He is so silky smooth at shortstop, and that took a wicked hop, went to his knees, able to get the leather on it.
This was ripped into right center field. That ball's going back, and that baby's gone. 3-run home run for Brittany Jacobson, and the Falcons have tied this ball game up at 10. Wow.
And this is a tricky position if you're Merritt. You go for the full court press, you maybe get a stop or a steal, but you also could end up with an easy layup.
Holman now with the ball, 6 seconds. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! And it's good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock, Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots of the season knocks it home. Oh my gosh, we are going crazy, folks!
I have been a TriCaster.
What? I'm Marvell Bluford, and I'm a cameraman at the Solano College Sports Network.
Play-by-play, that all the sporting events, they're a lot of fun. Can we start over?
What you do is hands-on, and you learn a lot. And also, we look into the multimedia world. And if you like the multimedia world, you can be a part of the multimedia world.
Camera on multiple occasions, and it really is a professional type situation we have here at Solano. Good cut.
We have a jam-packed show for you today. We're talking about
some peanut butter to go with it.
Is marmalade. Marmalade.
Baseball, softball sandwich with some men's and women's basketball.
Thanks, you guys. I'm here with Stash Samoida, talking about the wonderful season Solano softball had, and what a season it was.
Yes, Solano finished the season with a 30-9 overall record and a perfect 17-0 in conference play, leading to their 10th consecutive.
And then I met Greg Poff, who is the teacher for this program, and honestly has completely changed my life and given me a new career path. Aww. And I've gotten to learn some of the technology that they use over at Do it. Show them how it's done.
This is
That's why I do it, because I can say it.
Adam Coates, Alvaro Rubalcaba, Joey Johnson.
You were right there.
I was right there.
We were 2 seconds away.
I do a joke on. This class has been very tiring on my soul. When I started this class, I had a full head of hair. Now look at me now. I take antidepressants every single day.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael McLeod, and I'm a broadcaster and a video production manager here at the Solano College Sports Network. What? What? I heard it happen. You can't sneak this by me, Chelsea.
Boom. Finally, if you want to grow as an overall broadcaster, you can do that, because I pride myself on learning from the best professor in Solano College. I said it, Professor Greg Poff. He's the best in town. He didn't pay me to say it, because I like his teaching style. Book it on that. Like I said, I'm Chelsea Williams. 2 years, I'm out.